Are you creating a business trap? So I want to ask you a question here. What is your business vehicle and what do you want it to provide for you? Do you want your business to provide you with freedom? Do you want to make a difference in the world and your business allows you to do that and make some money at the same time? Or three, maybe you want to follow your passion and you want to do what you're passionate about. And all of these are really great reasons for having a business. However, what can happen is we can trap ourselves. And we can create a business vehicle that actually may provide us with some of these, but it also locks us in a big way. So I want to talk about this in this video. And obviously this is something that you could talk about for a very long time, but this is just going to be a quick video, just giving you an introduction to the concept. The question you want to ask yourself is what's really driving you? Because if you look at your business right now and you go, actually, you know what? You've got a valid point there. I'm actually a little bit trapped in my business. And look, the reason I know about this is because I've done it myself. I've got to a point in my business where I've gone, well, you know what? I've kind of created myself a job. You know, it's like a business, but it's almost like a job because I need to be there, I need to be doing X, I need to be doing Y. And so you can feel trapped and you go, well, I'm not really creating the freedom that I want here. And so then you start asking yourself the question, what's really driving you? Because, for instance, maybe you want to be needed, and I've seen this a lot, where basically, for whatever reason, you've had some instances where you haven't felt needed, and so you create a business where you're the hero, you're the person that has to step in and save it, and no one else in your business can do it, even if you've got staff, employees, contractors. You're the one that has to come and save the day. And so you can create a business where you have to be there, and that can be why you do that. And so the question then you want to ask yourself is, are you your business? In other words, can you take yourself out of your business? Could you sell your business, or would it not exist without you? Now, obviously, there are businesses where the owner is very, very important, and there are businesses where the owner is not so important. For instance, in my business, I'm very much spokesperson for my business, and I go and speak at events, and so I am tied to my business, and that's okay. And this is the other thing. I'm not saying it's bad to be tied into your business in some extent. What I am saying, though, is work out if you're okay with how much you're tied into your business. And if you are tied into your business, then you want to go, great, I want to pull a whole chunk of money out of my business and create another vehicle, whether it's investing in property, investing in shares, whatever it might be, or buying another business where you're not required, so that you can one day have freedom. Because otherwise you'll be trapped in your business forever. Now, if you're like me and you love what you do, then you kind of go, hey, that's great, it's not really a problem, I love what I do. But it's still nice to know that you could walk away if you wanted to, or if you needed to. And so this is why it's important to ask this question. And number three, do you have the freedom that you want? And so you need to look at your business and go, well, does it give me the freedom I want? There's a business mentor that I work with in Australia, and well, there's a number of them actually, and they can work a couple of days a week, and they can have the rest of the week off, or they can work 6 months a year and have 6 months off. And that's the kind of freedom that I want to create in my business. Now, that may not be the kind of freedom that you want, but what you need to ask yourself is, well, geez, I seem to be working 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. It's not really what I had in mind when I started the business. So, do you have the kind of freedom that you want? And so what do you do about all of this? Because you might be sitting there, and I might have just set off a bomb in your living room or at your office desk, because you're like, holy crap, I don't really have what I want. Hey, identifying the problem is the first step. If you don't even know the problem exists, well, you can't do anything about it. And we don't want to get hung up on the problem. We want to go, right, what's the opportunity here? What can we change? How can we do things differently? And so first question is it a problem? And it may not be a problem for you. You may go, hey, yep, I am required in my business, I'm the personality for the business, or I'm the expert, I've got a lot of experience, therefore I'm required, but it's not a problem because of X, Y, and Z. And as long as you're really clear about that, and you're not fooling yourself, then hey, that's totally cool. You don't need to do anything else. But if it is a problem, then maybe you want to add automation. You want to look at things like, for instance, we have videos that get spread all over the web so that I'm not speaking to people one-on-one on the phone. I have automation in there. You want to look at your business model and work out, right, how can I scale up my business model? We're looking at one aspect of our business right now and going, right, Do we outsource this? Do we get staff for this? Do we automate this? How can we shift our business model so that we have more freedom? Maybe you want to meet these needs elsewhere. So for instance, I was talking earlier about the fact that sometimes we can get motivated by wanting to be needed. And which, hey look, we're all human, right? We all want to be needed. We all want to be loved. But that doesn't have to happen in your business. And you can end up with very unhealthy situations if that's how your emotional needs get met. Now, I'm not saying don't be emotionally attached to your business, because of course I love my business and I love what I do and I'm very, very passionate about it. There's nothing wrong with that. But make sure that it's not an unhealthy relationship. Make sure it's a healthy relationship you have with your business. Finally, build your business to sell if it's possible. But even if you look at our business, although Kim and I are very much personalities in our business, we have a business name, Amazing Business. We have a really strong domain name, and we're creating really strong content that someone else could then take and use without us. And so you want to look at how you can build your business to sell, and whether that's hiring staff that have better expertise than you so you can step away, whatever it is, build your business so you create the freedom that you want. And so finally, I want to challenge you to get this handled. If it is a problem, so work out if it is a problem, and if it is, then sort out how to handle it. Because you don't want to wait. We don't know how much time we have. We don't know how much time we have on this planet. And so you don't want to wait to handle this. Do you want to wake up 5 years from now going, oh, I should have started doing that deal to sell my business. I'm now 65 instead of 55 when I sold my business. Don't wait to handle this. Start working out how you can handle this immediately. And number 3, get it implemented fast. And often we can kind of go, oh, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take time and it's going to take effort. But think about how you can do it smarter. Think about how you can do it more easily. There are always ways. Resources are not the problem. Our resourcefulness is the problem. And so if you put very clearly defined constraints on it, you'll start to be way more creative. And I don't care how you do this. I don't care if you have to put your Superman suit on or your Superwoman suit on. Work out how to do it and implement it fast. What's next? Well, like I said, build the business you want and start today. Don't wait. Start today. And number 2, if you want some help with this, check out my free Business Boosters webinar. There's a link right below this video. I'd love to have you on the webinar. And hey, have a great day and build an amazing business.